where does life begin? Conception or birth?
It definitely begins at conception. So as soon as the egg and the sperm meet, that is a human being, right off the get-go. There's no doubt about it.
In the event of a miscarriage, is that your fault? Let's say you get into a car accident, and let's say you just found out, or you don't even know you're pregnant. Right after conception, you get into a car accident, something happens, you have a miscarriage. Is that considered a murder then from the other side?
No.
Because they don't know. So
Right.
how is that life? If you don't know, perhaps you might not know it exists.
Because it died from natural causes.
I don't think a car is natural. Well, I believe life starts at birth. I feel like when an embryo is still in a mother's uterus, it's not technically their life, it is still the mother's life. The mother is providing all the nutrients, the mother is providing everything for the child. It is not really living, breathing, anything on its own at that point. So I think once it is given birth to, that is when life begins, because then you are actually doing things more on your own. Maybe not, you're not going to the bathroom and everything on your own. You are, but you're not.
So do you think abortion should be legal or illegal?
I believe it should be legal. If you're not ready to have a child, it's your choice, to abort. If you had an unprotected sex and you got pregnant and you are low income family and you already have 2-3 kids that you can't support, how are you going to support this other child? You already can't support the other ones. You need to, pay the money now as opposed to paying for the rest of the child's life.
How do you judge when something's living? Do you judge it when it has a heartbeat?
There's many factors.
Such as?
Cells are living.
Right.
So it has to have living cells.
Right.
Movement. I don't remember, this is like biology. Movement, reaction. Not a heartbeat, because plants don't have heartbeats, and they're living.
But a child does when it is inside of you.
But
It has all of the things that she just described. If you do abortion, you are killing a living person.
Your kidneys, they're inside you and they're living. You take your kidney out for a kidney transplant for someone else.
They're part of your body.
Yeah, but that's taking it out of your body to do something better.
And when they come out of you, they don't become a living person.
Yeah, but still, wouldn't you rather have, instead of paying, if you can't afford a child, wouldn't you much rather just kind of not have it suffer through a really terrible life?
I'd rather put it up for adoption. That way someone who does have the wealth and has the ability to take care of that child can. So his chances, let's just say if my parents, they aborted me, I want to be here right now. I want to be talking to you, I want to be running for president. I want to have served overseas to keep our nation safe. That would have never have happened.
Correct, but there are other people, too.
Right.
The nation's huge, there's millions of people.
What if George Washington was aborted? Our
There
nation
would've been
wouldn't have
someone
even been found.
There would have been someone else. I'm pretty sure someone else would have found the.
But how many more years down the line? Abortion at its basis is a pure evil, and you cannot have it.
The thing with adoption, the way I see it, and same with donating eggs and sperm. If you, let's say you have your baby go to someone else in a different state, there runs a chance that the child you have already meets it's going to be a crazy chance, meets this other person. What if they get married and they don't know their siblings, get married, have kids, and then you have incest. Unknown though, you know, and there can be a lot of issues with their children then.
That's not even a question of abortion now. That could be the same thing with just donating sperm and eggs.
That's what I'm
That could be
saying.
the same exact thing, so that's not even about abortion. That's irrelevant to the topic.
How is that irrelevant?
Because it's not about abortion. That's about donation of sperm and eggs.
But you mentioned if you were to have your child adopted.
Correct.
So let's say my child is adopted by someone in a different state and they were to meet. Would you, I mean,
Who would it be?
your current, let's say you have children
Okay.
and you have one adopted,
Right.
which you probably become attached to and you wouldn't want to, and then you want to keep it, and then you have too many kids that you can't support. That's hard, okay?
Exactly. That's why adoption is there, so you don't have to be having all the
But
financial burdens.
but as a woman, you're carrying this child inside you for 9 months. You become attached. I mean, you're doing everything for it.
Right.
And you have to provide medical, you have to, you know, make sure you're going to the doctor, make sure you're being healthy for 9 months until it is born.
Right.
Then you're having it be adopted. Meanwhile, you spent a lot of money at the doctors, OBGYN, all that kind of stuff
Right.
to keep it healthy. And you're becoming one, you know? You have it and you're like, I went through all that, I want to keep it now, you
And
know?
you keep it.
But you can't afford it.
You can find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. You don't have to put it up for adoption. But if you're not financially able to, and there's no other possibility, meaning you can't go get an extra job, you can't make the money, adoption is always there. You could always give up the child. And in the rare case that there is, like, the two children meeting, then that's the rare case. It's not going to happen to the average American.
I don't know. It could happen. You don't want to risk have the risk of your children not being perhaps fully formed when, let's say the brother and sister get married and have kids. You don't want to run the risk of having issues with the children. You know, that's going to be heartbreaking.
So are you saying that we should get rid of adoption as a whole?
No.
Because that's the only way around that.
There's a lot of different reasons for adoption, though. I mean, not just because you can't support the child. You could be perhaps the mother, father, somebody cannot support the child because they are addicted to drugs and they are in a rehab, or just in general addicted to drugs. You can't take care of the child.
Right.
You're just going to be a negative influence on the child. So, I mean, in that case, adoption would be because you don't want a child growing up in such a negative environment.
Do you think that your perspectives on religion, whatever, plays a role into how you make decisions with abortion, gay marriage, etc.?
I don't think so. I feel like everyone should have their individual opinions, and they should do what they choose based on those individual opinions.